School Information Station. WTIM.
Welcome to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper, your host. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You'll always do better with Landmark and People's Bank and Trust. They put people first. Find the streams on the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Facebook or on YouTube at WTIM TV. Central A&M School District Superintendent Dr. Deanne Heck in studio, coming off a school board meeting Monday night. How's it going, Dr. Heck?
It's going well. Avery, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It's good to hear from you today and talking about some of the awesome things going on at Central A&M School District. And one of those things right now, you are, well, tell me what real quick. I mentioned the school board meeting, so let's address it. How did it go Monday night?
It went very quickly. It was a fast meeting. However, there was we had a lot of discussion about with the assumption in Moweaqua police departments to put SROs or school resource officers in each of our campuses. You know, we have a campus in Assumption and a campus in Moweaqua. So right now we're working on the contracts and those should be finalized by May. So by August, we'll have somebody in place at both schools. We're really excited about that. You know, it's just one more step of safety that I think we, as a small school, a lot of times those are the steps that we don't ignore. It's just like, can we get someone? Are we able to provide that for our district? And we believe we can, and we're going to, and I think it's just going to be a nice step. You know, it's not going to be like somebody standing at the front door letting people in either. It's a police officer who can help with classes. So they might teach some safety, bus safety on a day, or they might work on something with driver's ed. You know, they will also oversee all of our teacher trainings and our student trainings on what to do in an emergency. I think that's the positive piece that we sometimes forget. We don't just think that, oh gosh, we've got a body in there. It'll be great to have that, but they're also service providers. They provide those services and can help us as a school district.
And what does the timeline look like for adding a SRO to both campuses?
We hope to have it in place, have somebody in place by August 1st.
Okay, so next school year
Yes.
coming up. Wow. And speaking of next school year, that means that the end of the school year is right around the corner, and you've got commencement coming up. You've got prom. Give me an overview. What are you looking forward to over the course of the next month?
Oh, we've got a lot of things going on. I know senior spotlights have started, and it's a tradition that we have at Central A&M. Mr. Brown is great at that. And what he does is on Facebook and Mr. Brown's Central A&M page, he puts every day, he has one or two seniors that they get spotlighted and what they're going to do and what their plans are for the future, what they have done, their parents, all of those things. It's kind of exciting. So if you're not a friend of Mr. Brown's Central A&M page, you may want to do that just to check those out.
He's also on Twitter, Central A&M HS Principal Brown, for HS for high school, of course.
Yeah.
And he's right now, actually, since this morning, yesterday highlighting a bunch of different seniors. So go check it out. It's a lot of great senior pictures and information about some of the graduating students. How big is your graduating class this year, Dee?
I believe it's 53. 54.
That's quite the size.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Not bad.
Anyway, I believe you were in the middle of telling me a little bit more about some of the other things coming up.
Yes, we have prom this Saturday. That's going to be at the Macon Community Center. Of course, that's closed, but we're excited to have prom. That's always fun. Samantha Hazelwonder, who is one of our juniors, she gets a big congratulations this week. She was elected to the Section 16 FFA president during the section elections. So she'll be great. She'll serve the FFA members of Section 16 well.
What is, if you could, I'm not the geographical outlying, I don't want you to list all the counties per se, but what if you could kind of encapsulate Section 16? Is there a way you could?
It's I believe, honestly, I don't know exactly the counties. I believe it's the East Central Illinois kind of corridor.
That's what I was looking for. It's kind of a general area.
Yeah, I think, and I'm not sure how many schools are in there, but it's
a big area.
It's a big deal.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of potential school districts.
Yeah.
What is the importance of FFA to Central A&M?
Oh my goodness. Really, it's kind of one of the lifebloods, if you want to put it that way. FFA does so much for our community, for our district. As you know, the majority of jobs in the world are ag-related jobs, or in the United States, I should say, maybe not the world, actually, probably in the world.
Definitely.
When you think about it.
Probably that you could say that for Illinois for sure.
Definitely. And so when you look at how much there is for the kids in the future, it really is. It's not just about farming. It's about everything ag related. And our kids are learning all those trades and all of the things that they could go into. So it's really something for their future as they move forward. And they do, like our kids have when the farmers are in the field in the fall, they take lunch to them. So they actually take it to the elevator and hand it to them as they're dropping off their grain. And it's just a really neat positive thing for our community. And that's not the only thing they do. They do so much. So much.
Yeah. When I think of Central A&M School District, Dr. Heck, I think two things: agriculture, FFA, and football.
Yes.
And all the other sports, of course. But football, right. I mean, the community rallies around.
It does rally around our football. Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. And while we're talking about sports, what other activities do you have going on right now for extracurriculars?
Well,
baseball, softball,
and track.
Right?
Track is big right now. So we've been doing a lot of all of those things, and we're thrilled with the weather. We had a little bit of a rain out last week, but baseball, softball has been doing well. I heard we won against Tuscola on Monday night.
Did you see that game?
I did not, but
you know how it went, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I'll let you tell it.
Well, no, you go ahead.
Okay, 30-24, and that is a baseball score.
Yes.
I promise you, that's not football. That is baseball, 30-24. Somewhere there's got to be some records broken. I don't know where.
There were somewhere, and Charlie had mentioned that, but it's been crazy. It was a crazy game, and he was so excited, and so were the boys.
You know, even to be on the losing side of that, I'd be pretty pumped up.
Right, right.
Everybody hits.
Exactly. And we've got camps. Now's the time to sign up for camps. There's volleyball camp information from Coach Rourke for girls volleyball. Lots of different things. Our student council was named a gold council, and I'm not sure exactly what that means, except it's a national award. And I think it means you're one of the top student councils. And our kids do a lot of fun, great things for our community as well as the FFA. So
yeah.
On the 29th of Saturday, the 29th, there's the Connor Rowcliffe Day of Service in Assumption. As you remember, Connor was one of our boys that passed away in the car accident this summer. And Assumption is hosting a spring cleanup day in honor of him, because that was one of his first jobs when he was just a little guy. He went in to help with the spring cleanup, and he always loved that. So that was one of the things that they felt they could do. They're asking the residents to meet at the park at 8 a.m. on the 29th, and yard work, gutter cleaning, whatever you need. You can call Angel at the city hall, and she can put you on the list if you need some stuff done.
I understand there's also been another parent of a victim of that crash that has been pretty proactive in the world of medicine. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. Keegan Verdon's mom, Joni, has been, Keegan was a organ donor. And she has been speaking to some of the hospitals about organ donation. I know she had a big one over the Easter break. She went to Decatur, I think DMH, and talked about it, about organ donation. And it's just a wonderful gift that people can give when you've lost somebody. And I know that that's been a sustaining thing for them, and the ability that they had to do that. They're blessed by that.
That is Central A&M Superintendent Dr. Deanne Heck. You're on the WTIM Morning Show. More from her after a quick timeout right here on WTIM, your information station.
WTIM. Your information station, WTIM.
It's a WTIM morning show. I'm Avery Cooper, your host. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You'll always do better with Landmark and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. I have Superintendent Dr. Deanne Heck of Central A&M School District right here in the studio. Dr. Heck is highlighting all the things going on with Central A&M School District. One of the things, Dr. Heck, you mentioned to me off the air is your Kids on the Go program. Tell me a little bit more.
Yes. Well, we talked a lot about our big kids. Now I'm going to talk about our littles, and our Kids on the Go. It's part of our Growing Together program, which is our pre-K program, 0 to 5. And the purpose of Kids on the Go is to kind of enhance them and strengthen them for their gross motor skills, their jumping, their throwing, their balancing, and for the parents and children to work together on those goals. So they do this at the Level Up Fitness building in Moweaqua, and it's always on every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. It's just for any child who wants to come, and you don't even have to be from Moweaqua or Assumption, but just come between 9:30 and 10:30 every second and fourth Wednesday to the Level Up Fitness, and it's just a fun time for kids to play and just play together, have play date basically. And we started a kindness challenge at Bond and Gregory. And so kids who are caught being kind will be nominated by the staff for a monthly drawing. And each day, kids are recognized during announcements. They're given certificates and a prize. And then one student is drawn at the end of the month to win a bigger prize. The more times you're caught being kind, the more entries you receive. So working on that kindness thing.
Excellent. By the way, when is your graduation ceremony, your commencement?
Oh, you would ask me that.
I think I have it in front of me just in case. Looks like May 17th.
May 17th. I knew it was, I was going to say the 19th, but I think that was last year. So yes,
All right,
May 17th.
Coming up soon, and then exams are May 23rd in that area.
Yes. Yeah.
Contingent to emergency days.
Our kids should be out the 19th. If we don't have any more emergency days, we will be out the 19th.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
I'm sure that is music to their ears, as well as some of your staff's ears as well.
I stress if we don't have any more emergency days, because I've seen weird things happen in April and May.
Snow in April is possible.
It is possible.
Well, if you could characterize the way this school year went, how would you?
You know what? It's been a good year. It's been a difficult year because we started it with some really tragic loss, and but we've gotten through together. Central A&M is such a family, and I love that about that community. And I say that community because we are two towns but one family, and we've gotten through it together, and we've had a great year. And kids are working hard for each other. So, and I know that you and I talked a little bit about this before, but this is my last year. I will be done about June 25th, actually. And I am leaving Central A&M to go to El Paso Gridley, which is north of Bloomington, about 15 miles.
Wow.
And people say, well, weren't you close to retirement? And I am close to retirement, but we also, that's where we're going to retire. We plan to retire because we have a farm in that area. And so we're moving back home, basically. So I'm taking this position so I can get back home sooner.
Oh,
so,
well, that is a great way. I think that's a great reason to move too, is to get a little closer to home. And also, I mean, it sounds like it's kind of like your pre-retirement stage. It is.
It's a great way to look at that.
Yeah.
So.
Like you're starting to ease into it, which, if you think about it, it can be a little easier when you're, I don't know, say actually retired and you don't have much to do.
Right.
You say, well, I kind of got to ease into it a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah. I love what I do. I love being a superintendent. I love leading school districts, and I'm thrilled to be able to go to El Paso. I will miss Central A&M greatly.
Well, that means that the position is open. How do I apply for your job?
Well, you are not qualified, I would assume.
No, you're probably right.
But yes, we have had the position open. It's on the IASA job bank. And you can call the district if you have the credentials, and you can apply for a superintendency. It closes on Friday, so there's still time. But it's as soon as it closes, I think our board is going to be looking at applicants and calling for interviews. So they hope to have somebody in place by the end of May.
And just to be clear, you are not part of that process. You're
I am not.
right.
I am not.
Gotcha. And so by the end of May, and again, it's at the IASA. Did you?
IASA, which is the
There you go.
Illinois Association of School of Administrators, and it's the job bank. If you just type in job bank, you'll find it.
What do you feel, as we have a minute here to burn, what do you feel would make who do you feel, or what kind of person do you feel would make a good match for superintendent at Central A&M School District?
I think Central A&M, they appreciate someone who understands the agricultural community, and they appreciate the compassion. I think they want compassion, but they want someone who is willing to lead and not make everybody else do the work. You know, someone who comes in, they like servant leadership. And I think that's what they're looking for. And they'll find it.
Yeah.
I think they'll find it.
Well, I think you will find what you're looking for as well. I wish you luck in your next endeavor.
Thank you so much.
And also, I just had a great time getting to know you as
You
well.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
As Central A&M Superintendent Dr. Deanne Heck here on the WTIM Morning Show. Good luck to her and her future endeavors. And your stream is brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You'll always do better with Landmark and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. You can find the stream on the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Facebook or on YouTube at WTIM TV. Also listen online anytime when you visit TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
WTIM.